Hi guys, welcome back. I want to do a new thing for Thursdays. So Tuesdays I have Testimony Tuesdays. Wednesdays I usually have Wishful Wednesdays, but I don't always remember to do that on my Wednesdays. So I want to do Truthful Thursdays. I thought it was kind of fun to think of. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Thursday, and you guys get home safely to where you need to go, and stay blessed, of course, to your loved ones and those who are close to you. But yeah, I just wanted to make a new announcement that Thursdays I want to do Truthful Thursdays. So with that being said, I do want to share one little quick thing with you on my phone. It's truthful. I like it. Oop, that's not where I wanted to go. So it's that's a little thing that I'm kind of getting myself into more and more. Self-love, self-understanding, not always apologizing for things that you don't really need to apologize for. And it's not about admitting I'm wrong, because I can admit when I'm wrong. It's more of like, there was something I read. It was like, I'm sorry for taking so long. And it's like, I do that sometimes. Like if, I'm doing something, I'm taking long, like in the grocery store or something, something, just sometimes it takes a little longer than we'd like. And it's like, why am I apologizing for something that's not really in my control of how long it's going to take me. I can't say I'm going to be there just for an hour, but there could have been huge lines, in there. And, instead of saying I'm sorry for taking so long, I would say thank you for being patient with me. You don't really hear, at least I don't, I can speak for myself. I don't really hear a lot of friends say that to you. Thank you for being patient with me. Thank you for, I can't think of another one. So it's just you don't hear it. I really appreciate you. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to listen to me, to my troubles, or whatever it may be. Like, you don't really hear that anymore. No one, at least not to me. I don't. Because it's like when you say, oh, I'm sorry, or I talk too much. I'm sorry, I talk too much. No, you don't. Just say I appreciate you taking the time to listen to me. You never know what that could do for somebody else. Not just yourself. It's just when someone else, when you apologizing for something that you don't really need to be apologizing for, it becomes like, why is she always so sorry? Like, what's more to this? Why are you always apologizing? Instead of apologizing, why don't you appreciate the time that someone took to listen to you, or to go with you to an appointment, or go food shopping, whatever it is, waiting for you at the park and you're running a little late to hang out with the children all together in a group and just get out and just enjoy the day. Like, you could be running late for something like that. Like, it happens. Stop apologizing for it. Just thank you for waiting for me while I was running a few minutes later. Thank you, I appreciate you, your patience. Like, start appreciating it more, putting the more positive effect out there, rather than, not saying you're sorry is a negative, because it's not, but when you're over sorry, it's it's not draining. It's just things happen. You don't always have to apologize. Like, I'm learning that. Like, I apologize quite a bit, a few things. For Truthful Thursdays, there's a quick story I wanted to share while we're on the topic about apologies. So I had this old therapist a while back, like not even a while back, it was a while ago, but it wasn't of this year, so whatever. And I've had both male and female therapists. I usually have more better connection with female. I've had really good guy ones too, the older ones, they were really good. But you don't see those types of practices out here anymore, so it's different. So I believe this one was younger, not that it matters, but whatever. And I just remember, like, he had called me. I was in the middle of doing something, like coming out of the food store or something like that, and I had a few minutes to speak, just to get the things together, but he called a little late. I mean, he did apologize for that or whatever. No, whatever. That's things, like I said, things happen. And the conversation turned for the worst very quickly. Just some things that, through that I get a new therapist, it's just me or a doctor per se. I want to check you out a little bit, like, just if we get a vibe, if I get a vibe from you, I'm not going to keep you. I already know. I see red flags. I get a very nauseous feeling of you very quickly if I just don't like it. Like, there's something that I can't be around you. I just need to leave. Find someone else. And I kind of got nauseated very quickly with this gentleman. And I just feel like, because I was asking him questions like, oh, so how long have you been a therapist? Like, what made you go into this field, this and that? And I just felt like trying to get to know the person of the therapist. This is what I do. He got very hostile with me, very like, what do you do? What made you, I can't even remember exactly what he said, but it was just like, just kept barking it back at me. And I was just like, did I offend you with my questions? Like, what did I do wrong that you're so upset at me right now? Oh, well, it's, he said to me, and this is what I was like, I'm not talking to this person ever again. I'm just not. This is our relationship. We're in this together. It's me and you. Some people like me and some people don't. But this is our relationship. And I'm just like, what? I don't think I've ever heard a therapist say that in my life. This is our relationship. It's just you and me. Like, ooh. And I'm like, how many people have dropped you as therapists? Like, as clients, patients, whatever you want to label them as. Plenty of people, they don't, like I said, I'm not everyone's cup of tea or whatever. And I'm just like, he's right. You're not. And that's true. But self-reflecting it's real. It's real. And, all should be doing it from time to time, and especially in that profession. I didn't understand like what triggered him, because I felt like he was more triggered than I was. I was just calm, cool, and collected. I was like, what? And I didn't really talk about it again. Like, we still had like the hour, but I didn't say anything anymore. I stopped answering or asking, because I already figured you out within 15 minutes and I wasn't having it. And he stopped asking questions, and I was like, well, this was fun, but, well, we still have, blah, blah, blah time or whatever. And it's like, you can just sit here in silence then. I don't know what you want me to do, but I'm not going to keep asking questions and keep getting barked at. this is the first impressions or everything. And it's just like, whoa, like what just happened? And I remember I talked to someone else about it in the same similar field, and they said that he was mansplaining, and I was just like, I don't think that's what this was. Personally, I don't even like those terms to dictate things. Like, I just don't like putting in categories of things. Like, I don't. We're all people. We all make mistakes. I was like, maybe he was just having an off day, but like, I really didn't want to give it another try because I just felt so attacked, and I didn't do anything. I'm asking questions, and it's like, this is our relationship. I'm like, what do you mean? I mean, yes, you and your therapy director do have some form of relationship regarding your health or, your whatevers, you know what I mean? Your, whatever. I don't even want to go into it because it was just like, or your mental health, but, making sure, you're diabetic, this and that. Like, we all have our own issues that we're going through, our health problems, but I don't think I've ever heard any of doctors, therapists, whatever, OBGs, this is our relationship. Like, it's just us two. Like, never met him too. That's the thing. That's what blew my mind. I was like, this is the first time. Well, it's the second time I talked to him, because the first time he called me, he said that he was being my new therapist, and we scheduled a time. And then that's the time he called me. But I'd never met him in person. Don't even know what this person looks like. And that was just like, I was just like, what? I had a great therapist before him for years. And I was so devastated that she left. I was like, I understand. She was moving on. She had other obligations. I understand. And I was just like, that one was a hard no. But my other friend in the same profession was saying, or field, like mansplaining, and he was like, that's way aggressive for a therapist to just come off like that. Like, and then when I went to apologize, that's what I wanted to talk about, was to apologize, because I was like, oh, I'm sorry if I offended you or anything like that. And he's like, I don't believe you. I was like, what? What do you mean you don't believe me? Like, I don't accept your apology. And I'm just like, wow. Okay. Cool beans. I'm done. Like, what else can I say to, start over? Like, I'm not going to keep the negative in the air. You want to keep that energy, that's on you. I'm just going to dead it. Like, I'm done. Like, you want to hold that energy and your aura, go ahead. I'm going to go this way and get rid of whatever you're carrying. I don't want that. I don't need it. But it was just so, like, I don't think I've ever heard anyone ever say that to me. I don't accept your apology, or I don't believe you. Like, what? Like, okay. Cool beans. Alright, that's fine with me. Like, I know the truth of how I'm feeling. I wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it. But that was just so weird. And I was just like, for someone, as a therapist, to say that you don't believe someone, who apologized to you, that just blew my mind. I was like, wow. Didn't report him. I just asked for a whole new therapist. I was like, I'm good. And they asked me too, is there any reason why you don't want so-and-so? And I'm like, nope. Not at all. And then I say, why? Has there been issues with this individual? Well, there has been a few complaints. And I was just like, well, you hired him. So I'm not gonna, nope. Just say it just wasn't a good match. Just wasn't a good match. Just like, one try, you just got him. It was just one session. I was like, yeah, well, I know my body. I know my ticks. I know what I just knew if I kept him, I felt like I wouldn't be able to work on what I wanted to work on. It would literally just be bashing. And I was like, I don't need to be bashed about changing and bettering myself and accomplishing goals and stuff. I don't need ridicule for becoming a better version of myself. Like, I don't know what was going on with him that day, but that was a hard pass. And then it gets interesting, right? So I canceled him like that. Like, as soon, the next day I hung up, the day I hung up with him, the next day I called and I was like, I don't want him anymore. Just put me back on the list. I don't even care. But please make sure it's a female. Or a older gentleman. That's it. I'm good. And then he started calling me on days that weren't even scheduled. Like, he left me voicemails. Like, it wasn't bad or anything. It just freaked me out. I was like, yeah, no, I'm good. And I did mention that to the same person in the profession as him. I was like, he's been calling me. And, like, I showed it on my phone. Like, this is his number. This is his voicemails that he's been leaving me. And she was just like, you need to report him. I was like, what am I supposed to say? I was like, you can report him. You want to report him, go ahead. But I don't know what I'm supposed to say. Like, he calls me on days that we didn't schedule for therapy. And then, like, it could have been an accident. You know, like, then I go to, you know, oh, well, maybe he was just the thoughtfulness. Like, oh, maybe it was an accident or whatever. And it's like, Sarah, that's not, no. No. That's not accident. And I was like, I don't know. We were not him. I don't know. Maybe he wrote it down wrong. I don't know. He's like, he left you 3 voicemails. Yeah, he did. Didn't answer the phone because I was just like, I'm done. I have nothing to say to you. I didn't even tell him I didn't want him anymore. I just let the other person deal with that because I was like, I'm all set. Because I don't want to go into it with you anymore after you just not accepted someone's apology when they were sorry. Like, definitely, you know, stuck in the ways of whatever. I don't know what was going on, but I was like, I don't want any of this. But the phone calls were kind of weird. The voicemails were a little more interesting. Like, like the I can like still hear like, we still need to work on our relationship. What? What are you talking about? Like, us two. It's just us. It's me and you. And I'm like, no, it's not. But it is in a sense of working together to work on the goals that the patient or client or whatever you want to label it as, your goals. But the minute, I just felt like it was going to turn into something that I didn't need to turn into. Like, like I said, never met the guy. Don't even know what he looks like. But, like, some therapists need therapists. You know, and that's all I gotta say. So I was just like, what? That's crazy. Now I have a wonderful therapist and she's awesome, but I remember telling her, she's like, oh yeah. I'm like, you know? Mm-hmm. So, enough said of the truth, but that was, I mean, never enough said of the truth, but that story at least, I was just like, wow. And it hurt too. Like, after that phone call, I kind of felt sad for him. You know, like, and I kind of, for a little bit, I kind of was feeling bad about myself, like, questioning, like, what did I do to have someone say something like that to me? Like, just, and I just feel like everything I was trying to ask or say and replying to what he had asked me, like, you know, being a mom and doing this and doing that, like, it was just attacking. It wasn't like generalized asking. It was like you say something and then it's just like, oh, what did he said something that was like, no, that wasn't him. That was someone else. Never mind. But the attacking bit was really hard for me. I was just like, why do I feel like this should be, a general introduction, what to expect, what not to expect, and I feel like I'm getting attacked. And it was aggressive. That's what I was just like, what did I do to deserve this? Like, why is this happening to me? Like, I just wanted therapy. Why are you so mad? Like, what the fudge? Like, why are you so angry? Like, dang, man. Like, shoot. But the thing I wanted to show you, I think I saw on my phone. Ooh. Ouch. Oh, never mind. That's not exciting. This is kind of about this. So it's like, surviving trauma is cool, but can you let somebody love you? Sometimes it's your intuition, and sometimes it's just your trauma resurfacing. Discernment is key. While boundaries and guards are essential, they can also hinder you and keep you stagnant. It's okay to open up that heart chakra and to allow love to flow in. So, I'll just leave that with you guys, because I liked it. I liked it a lot. It's true, because trauma can resurface, and that's why I didn't keep him, because I had a bad feeling it was just going to be resurfaced trauma, and I was like, nah, I'm over that. I don't need you to bring that crap. And it was literally the attacking and the like right below the belt. Everything I said, I was like, yeah, no, I'm not. I wasn't. That's why I was very proud of myself too. I didn't really get that triggered about it. I really didn't get overly angry. I mean, I did say what I needed to say, but I didn't keep going on about it. I just left it. I was like, you know what? I don't explain myself anymore. You do what you want. Talk to who you want to, but I'm not listening anymore. Like, I'll just go be with my children and mind my business, like, as I was. But I'm not. No. But I felt bad for a while. I felt like something was wrong. And that's one thing I don't like when some people do that. Even though it has nothing to do with you and they're going through something, it still affects you in a small little way, and learning how to shake that off. Like, it's all like rudeness. There was another thing I saw was like rudeness. Just because someone's rude to you doesn't mean you should be rude back to them. It speaks more about who they are as their character and their person than it does about you. You don't have to react to anything or how any way, even if someone treats you badly in a sense of losing their words or whatever. Like, you don't have to lash back at all. You could be the bigger person, just walk away and stay calm and cool and collected, and they'll just continue to get mad no matter what you say or no matter what you do. And that's just how they are. That's just how they are. That's just how some things are. And it is. And that's okay. But you don't need to be a part of it. You don't need to keep allowing it to continue to happen to you. You can just walk away. Let the door shut and keep it locked. Don't open it again. Close the door. And that's exactly what I did with this guy. I was just like, no. Bye. Because I don't need that. I don't want to open those attackings and those emotions to resurface again. I work too hard to work through it and keep that shut and remember those little incidences or little triggers or little red flags that I remember going off, and I'd be like, yeah, nah, that's not about you, ain't right. Walk away, my business. I want to do you good. Nope, I'm good. But no, it's so true. Like, just it's hard too to walk away too, when especially if it's it's been rooted and embedded love, and sometimes love is blind, where people say that, and that's not blind, but it's just you can't see the damage that's being done in front of you, and so you take it off to see what it actually is doing, just not to the surface, to the skin, that eventually comes out later. It's the heart, it's the intestines, it's your bowels, it's your gut. I mean, it can affect all that negativity, the toxicity, I was like, no, I don't need that in my life right now. I need something worth working toward and forward and pushing forward and do with battling these whatevers or just accomplishing my goals that I want to. That was another so that was like a big truth thing for me for today. Oh, just another small little truth thing before I finish wrapping up. So I have, let's just say neighbors that have a young child, and they play with my children sometimes. And now with my children, like, they're very compassionate. So, like, I've taught them in the sense of we don't really say goodbye. We just say I love you. And we'll be affectionate to you in the sense of, like, my daughter will come up to you and, you know, give you a hug and kiss you on the forehead or kiss you on the cheek or just kiss you somewhere. You know, nothing like I always told her, don't do too close to face. Some people don't like that, but you can do the forehead or the cheek, that's okay. Or just like on their shoulder or something, but always give them a hug and say that you love them. I taught them that. You don't really say goodbye. We can say see you later, because I feel like goodbyes in a sense is just like, I don't know, maybe that's just my own psyche saying goodbye, see you later, see you another time, like text me or something, you know what I mean? I don't know, maybe it's just me. I lost my parents very young, so maybe the goodbye part is just my own thing of saying I love you, because I'd rather say I love you to someone if something were to happen. The last thing I said was bye. Like, I don't know. That's just me. That's just my inner wonderful thoughts. But yeah, so that's what my children do, and I think it's beautiful. I think it's very sweet. I know COVID happened and blah blah blah, but it's still, I don't know. It's the isolation in a sense for children to be such isolated to each other. It's just I'd rather have my child to be, you know, embrace seeing other people, and it's exciting, you know, for me to see them be passionate and loving towards other people. And you know, some people don't like that my children are very compassionate in a sense and loving, and it's weird. Like, some people are like, one of them will be like, oh, that's so sweet, and then the other one will be like, ew, that's weird. I'm like, well, why is that weird? You don't have your child say I love you to a good close friend or a cousin or a relative. Like, what's the difference? You let them play together. I don't see why that's an issue. Why does that? And to me, that's hurtful. Like, to say something, ew, that's weird, like, or that's gross. Like, I've never heard someone say that I love you and that's like, that's gross. Like, what? that's what? Like, okay, what happened there? Who says love's gross or it's weird? Maybe it's because they're very adamant about it. I don't know. And like, sometimes, like, if it's too much, I'll you know, explain it. Or like, some people just don't like being up close and personal, so you can just say I love you from afar. Just, I love you, bye, or see you later, whatever, you know what I mean? See you another time. You know, just stuff like that. But my daughter's very, 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 very sweet, and then my son will follow lead with what she does, because obviously she's the oldest. But that was just like, is what, I'm not questioning, I'm just speaking out loud to you guys. Like, is that gross? Is that, like, I can't really wrap my head around that. Like, and that's fine. I mean, I think it's just that person's character and reflection. Maybe something's going on in their life that they maybe didn't get to experience that as the child with them themselves, or I don't know. But it's just wicked interesting to hear and see someone say that about, you know, I love you. The word love you, or I love you. That's gross. But That's okay. I mean, okay. Like, I can't even say words for it because I was speechless when I heard it. I was just like, all right. And I still am because I can't even say something about it because it's just like, is it gross? Is it really gross? That's when I start questioning. Like, is it gross that my child says I love you to other people? Children, at least, that they played with for a while. Not like 2 minutes. Like a while. That's not gross to me. Especially if you know my child's name and my child knows your name. Vice versa. Like, that doesn't sound gross to me. You know, they're children. I would love to have had a friend at that age who said that they loved me and like, see you later, and you're like, you know what I mean, you're so excited, you're so happy, like such innocentness. And it's just like, why are we shutting that down of them being their natural selves and coming out of their own shell or whatever? Like, you don't know if she was a shy little girl and she didn't speak. You don't know if she had a hard time pronouncing her words. You don't know if she wasn't able to express her emotions and tell people how she was feeling. And now she's this vibrant, beautiful 4-year-old turning 5 and is speaking beautifully and is expressing it. You know, like, why are you shutting that down? But I mean, it does kind of make sense now when I see them play together because the other child is very quiet. Very quiet, like, and my children aren't. I'm not comparing, I'm just trying to understand, like, why would someone say that it was gross? It's not weird, but not everyone is loved in a sense of, you know, parent-wise, so I can't really judge, nor am I judging. I'm just trying to understand, why is it gross for a child to go up to another child as they're leaving, by the way, like, all right, we gotta go inside, or we gotta go, you know what I mean? Like, just like at the park and your children are playing together and, oh, look, my daughter seems to like your daughter and they seem like they're having a good time, you know, just trying to like not socialize, but I don't know what the word is called. Like, it's not socializing. I mean, you are socializing because you're outside, but I'm saying like more like engaging, to engage more with the children. So if they click, maybe you guys can like have play dates or sleepovers or hangouts, whatever you want to call it. Like, okay, like, I don't know, maybe am I doing it wrong? That's not how not how it works. I'm pretty sure I thought that would work, but okay. Just, I don't know. I just was like, ah. And then, like, it makes me sad because then my daughter was like, did I do something wrong? No, you didn't. You did nothing wrong. And I have to explain to her, like, it's not you. Sometimes it has nothing to do with you or just the other person. Like, everyone's different. Some people have sensory issues where they don't want to be touched, and maybe that's what they're dealing with her. I don't know. But I do find it a little interesting that it was called gross, that my daughter gave another child a hug and a little kiss here and said, love ya, see you later, see you another time, and was a walking away. But I mean, everyone's different. Everyone does things differently. But that was my truth. I feel like there was one more thing I wanted to share. I don't know if that's true. I always forget last minute as I'm like leaving you guys, and I'm sorry. I have like this hiccups. Oh, this was what it was. I wanted to say, but Mariah was saying about the I'm sorry, which led to the whole story of the guy therapist. So instead of saying, I'm sorry I'm being so needy, say thank you for being there for me. Stuff like that. Or I had so much fun exchanging ideas with you. I'm sorry for talking so much. I appreciate your patience. Thank you. Or no, that's not the one. That's not what it was. I'm sorry for not replying right away. That could go both ways for me. I'm sorry. Because I appreciate your patience, because that doesn't necessarily mean like replying as in texting. That could be like anything taking too long, and like I said, in the food store or whatever, or just when you go do arrange like play dates with the children and you go to the park or something, or whatever it is that you planned out and you're running behind late, like, you know, something like that, because that doesn't have to be like replying. But I was like, thank you for listening, creating us. This is my favorite. Thank you for listening and creating a safe space for me. And then you're crying. I'm sorry, I'm crying. That used to be me. I used to cry. I used to not actually cry in front of people. Actually. I think I would cry on the phone, but I don't think I actually like cried in front of people. I think that's the truth, I believe. Maybe a few people I did, but not too many. Definitely cried on the phone though. But you don't really hear that stuff anymore. Of like, thank you, this or that. At least, well, I know I can't say that we, because I can't include you. I say I for myself. I haven't. But that just means I haven't met the right people yet. And that's okay. And I'm okay with that. Because when that time comes, when you do meet the right ones of your village, or your supporters, or your uplifting sisters and brothers and all that, it's going to be amazing. So I'm super duper excited about that. And just because it hasn't happened doesn't mean it's not ever going to happen. It just takes a little more time, and that's okay. We're on a different journey of life and pursuing what our hearts to pursue. And you know, some of us have met our brothers and some of us have met our sisters, and they come together, and that's your village, that's your tribe, that's who you want to associate with and can go to. I feel like, and out of my life coming into, well, I'm still an adult, but younger adult, I guess you would call it, whatever. I felt like I was always the go-to person for things. For some, not all. To have a shoulder to lean on and cry on, and that was fine. I didn't really mind that. I actually liked it because it was I always wanted my home to be a safe space and place for people to come to if they needed to. I like I said, I don't do drama. I don't really have the time for drama, but if you're going through a dramatic time in your life, I'm here for you. I still have those few people that still call me and reach out to me, and it's nice. Like today, a good friend of mine did call and reach out to me, and I was just like, "Hi, like, did you call me?" And they're like, "Yeah, I did." And I was like, "How are you?" You know, it's nice to get those unexpected calls, and if you have the 5 minutes to listen, it's just, I don't know. I love stuff like that. I like calls over text. That's just me. I'm old school. I want to hear your voice. Like, I know this is gonna be really, really corny and like. Probably looking weird, but when's the last time anyone got a letter? I know that sounds so great. So it's like, Sarah, we have like Instagram, we have Facebook, we have Twitter, like we have Snapchat, and I'm like, yeah, but how about them penmanship skills? Can we still read letters? Like, I won't lie. I don't do cursive. Straight up, I didn't learn it. Well, not really. I know enough to spell my name, to sign, and that's about it. If you ask me to do a letter in cursive, I don't know. I don't even know. Like, I had, actually, funny story, true story. I had, what is it, indigo jeans or forever jeans? Is it indigo? I really hope it's indigo jeans, because I think it is. I can't remember. I had to post it on my other app, and I took a picture of the back of the jeans because I wanted to know what type of jeans they were, but they were in cursive, and I didn't know that the I was an I. I thought it was a D because of how it was curved. And like I said, my name doesn't have a D in it, so, and it doesn't have an I, so I wouldn't have known that. I mean, yes, I could have attempted to look it up, which I did, but because I thought it was a D, it wasn't coming up right at all. And the forever part wasn't, no, indigo green, R-E-I-N, I think it was R-E-I-N, jeans or something like that. But anyway, that's not the point. It wouldn't have worked because I didn't know all the letters. So I had to do that because I didn't know how to, figure that out. But yeah, it was, I wasn't embarrassed, but it definitely was like a moment like, ooh. They were like, I, and I was like, that's an I? I thought that was a D. I was like, whoops. My bad. And they're like, no, you're good. Like, just like, we didn't all learn cursive, so you're good. And I'm like, oh, awesome. Like, stuff like that. But, yeah. I mean, do you even get birthday cards anymore? I mean, I'm sure your family gives them to you, but I'm talking about like close friends. I mean, maybe that's a thing. I don't know. I haven't gotten one. Not a card. I got one. I don't know, I was like 19. A card. I keep cards because why not? But I haven't gotten a card. I just finally got edible arrangements, which I'm super excited for. I haven't gotten that ever. I didn't get like, I don't know, the typical stuff that you... I was always the one that would go out and get everyone else something, which is fine. I'm not mad. I'm really not mad. I'm just saying, like, that's what I remember. Remember, I was always the one doing something else for somebody else, which is fine. I didn't mind it. I mean, people forget and stuff like I forget too. I try to write stuff down though, like on the calendar for birthdays and stuff. I'm like, okay, this is the day, da da da. And for the longest time, I had a present for someone, and it was specifically for them. And I think we had a falling out, but I still had it regardless of it. And I was like, if I ever saw this person again, I'm gonna give you your present. And I think it was for Christmas. It was for Christmas. Or her birthday. Pretty sure it was Christmas though. They were like pink pants. Not like the company pink Victoria's Secret. It wasn't that. They were just the color pink. And they were wicked soft. They were too small for me, but definitely would be awesome for her. And I got the pink Victoria, like the box, like, the boxes you get for Christmas with the clothes inside and all like fancy dancy. And I got like the little tissue paper. Oh, that was super cute. I got the boxes for free. Someone else was throwing them away. I said, I'll take them. And I just paid for the pants. I think they were... Was it Abercrombie & Fitch or American Eagle? Some high brand, one of those things or whatever. But I still had it. I think I ended up keeping them for myself and I ended up giving them away because, like I said, they really did not fit me. I don't know why I tried to fit some that was lined up with me. But anyway, that's just a story. I always was given things. And it's fine, and I'm not mad about it. I'm happy, actually, because that just shows the type of person I am, and I love that about me. And I see that in my children, with the loving of others, and I love you, or I love you, bye. Like or see you later, whatever. I don't know why I keep saying bye, but yeah. So that's kind of what I wanted to share with you guys for Thursdays. That's what's going to kind of look like is Truthful Thursdays. I don't know why I'm forgetting. My days are so off this week. Oh, it's been a long week, but it's alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's not bad. I hope you guys like more truthfulness about my life or what has happened in my life to share with you guys, like little moments of Sarah, me time and stuff like that. I enjoy telling you guys the stories and stuff like that. I had a good friend of mine just a few days ago, actually, on my friend's birthday. He told me that I told good stories. So I kind of thought that I would kind of share it with you guys of how I tell stories. I mean, I hope they weren't lying that I'm like I don't know, I get into it, but I can't wait for next Thursday to share with you guys more. And I don't know what for Friday. I was gonna think of something, but I'll just stick with this for now. Tuesdays, Testimony Tuesdays, and Friday. Can you tell that I'm tired? Truthful Thursdays. So we'll do that, and I hope you guys have a wonderful night. It is almost 10 o'clock. And I hope you enjoyed our talks or my talks really, and you just listened or watched or whatever, or clicked through, whichever. It doesn't really matter. Just happy that you came to this channel, and I hope that you have a blessed Thursday and evening, night, morning, whatever it is over there, wherever you at. And stay blessed, and stop saying sorry if it's not needed. Say the other things that I mentioned, because you never know how much that person who is hurting or is upset, and hearing positive things back from a good friend or a good sister or a good brother, it's really nice. It could make their day, it could make their whole year. Who knows? We never know what other people are going through, but it's nice to say nice things from time to time. Just like, sure, everyone else would like to hear nice things. And you can always say it to yourself, too. Nothing wrong with that. Your affirmations, absolutely. But have a blessed Thursday. And I hope you all stay well and safe. And yeah, bye.